Hello and welcome to this 17th session, and this is the 4th session on color grading. So, in this session we are going to explore another color grading feature which we call as matching the clip. This is very important when we do the editing, because when actually we do the shooting, we are not going to use the same camera to shoot all the sequences. Some might be shot on your mobile phone, some shots might be taken in Blackmagic camera, some shots might have been taken in Canon camera. So, because it is shot in different cameras under different lighting condition, the look of these clips will be different. However, when the audience is seeing it, they should not be able to identify that these are different cameras. Everything should run as a single camera shot. So, here we are going to make use of this matching the clip. So, for this, let us start now. See that Resolve is launched, and launch your color page video part 1. Select this and click on the open button or double click it and wait for it to open in Resolve, and once it is open, come to the color page. And now in our previous session we had graded the first clip and the second clip. Now the next clip we are going to grade is the third clip, which is this aeroplane shot. And if you see here, see that this loop is switched off, and if I play the clip or press play and see, you can see there are 3 aeroplane shots running. See, I will stop it, I will come back to this clip and play. This is shot number 1, this is shot number 2, and this is shot number 3. Now, if you compare these shots, this shot you can see is taken in the evening and it appears like an yellowish or orange tint you can see here. However, the second clip is taken in the afternoon sunlight and this color is different, and the third clip is taken in a cloudy weather and this is different. We want to match all these 3 clips together. So, the matching starts by first choosing the ideal clip. Now, out of these 3 clips, I find that this middle clip is the ideal clip. This, if I play it, you can see the color, contrast, everything is fine in this clip. So, this is the clip that I am going to use as the reference. So, now what I will do is, I will first select this clip, this third clip. This is the clip that I want to change the grade, and then this is my reference clip. I want this clip color to match with this clip. This is the source clip, this is the destination clip. You have to select the source clip, then right click on the destination clip. Don't left click, right click, and when you right click it, you will see a function over here in the list, shot match to this clip. This option will be available. Now click on this option. So, it may take some time, wait and see. After some time you can see this clip has been matched. So, now if I play this, see this and this clip is matched, and I feel this is almost perfectly matched. If I come here, right click and choose show picker RGB value and select the white area 194, 203, 201, these are the values, and even here I find the values to be almost the same, the ratio to be the same. So, the matching of this second clip and the first clip happened with one click. So, there was not much of an issue. However, now for the third clip, this is the clip I want to match. Now, if you select only this clip and if you right click it, you will not see that option shot match to this clip at all. It is not at all available, because once I select this clip, I have to select my destination clip, and when I right click, you will see this option short match to this clip. Now select this and you can immediately see this has been matched. Now if I come to this first and if I play it, the first and second shot I have no issues, but in the third shot I find that there is slight correction required between the second shot and the third shot. So between these two we need to make the correction, and to make this correction now we are going to make use of our scope window. I will click on this expand option, I will make the scope window bigger and I will bring it somewhere, say for example I will leave it here as I do the changes, or okay, so I will leave it here. Okay, so with this scope window open here, now I am going to see that this graph or this scope of these three clips are identical. Means identical means since the images are different, the graph will not be identical. The only thing I want to test is the lower level and the upper level and the colors should match. So using this scope as a reference, we are now going to do the matching. Okay, how are we going to match this is, I will first select my reference clip, and in the reference clip if you see the dark areas of this reference clip, it is exactly above the 0 at this point. Okay, but if I take my third color corrected clip, the black points are on the above. So the dark areas are not fully dark, it is slightly grayish. So here it is, see the position, and here you can see the position. So now to match it with this position, I will select this fifth clip and I am going to come to lift here, and in lift I am going to reduce this value till it is pulled down to the same level. So somewhat till approximately I will move it to minus 0.05. Okay, so now this and this levels are almost matching, so you can see it. Okay, now if you come to the highlight area, you can see the highlight is slightly above 896 here, and if you see the Apple ProRes, it is too much to the top, it has gone a little more over the top. So for this, how to reduce this, I will select this fifth clip, and in gain I am going to slightly reduce this gain, so that in the graph I will make it 0.99, so that it is slightly moved downwards. And if you come back to the reference clip, here in the scope the midtone is evenly distributed, but in my fifth clip, in the target clip, it is somewhat actually clustered, or it is getting accumulated at one point, it is not evenly distributed. How are we going to adjust this? This we are going to adjust it using gamma. So I will slightly increase the gamma, I will move it to around 0.04. Okay, so with these three changes, now my clip 2 and clip 3 appears almost, if you see the shadow area, it appears to be almost perfectly matched. So in this way, after the automatic matching is done, and now one more thing here is, if you compare this reference clip and my actual clip, you can see some bluish lines appearing at the bottom, means the blue level is slightly moving down. I have to slightly adjust the blue level in the lift. So, for this what I am now going to do is, I won't use the color wheel, I will change to bars and I will come to blue channel and I will click and I will roll the mouse. See, it became 0.06, I will make it minus 0.04 and this is fine. So, now you are not seeing that blue line. Okay. So, this is the way we can do the precise matching. In case of aeroplane, what happened was, we had the white body of the aeroplane which can be used by the software as a reference to automatically match the clip. But in some cases, you have the shots where you doesn't have the highlighted or the dark area, majority of that area to use as a reference. I will give you an example. So, if you come back here, if you select this 6th and 7th clip, the 6th clip, you can see a greenery area where a soldier is walking, see, with the dog, and the next clip. So, this is the next clip. If you see these two clips, they are shot using the same camera, but this is shot at a different time and this is shot at a different time. So, now here the automatic matching will not be precise. We have to do the entire matching manually, and doing this matching is a highly skilled profession, and by lot of practice you can get this skill. So, to begin with, say for example, I want the clip to be of this look and not this look. So, this should be my final look. So, I want a reference of this. When I do the color grading of this, I want to use this as the reference. So, for this, I will come to gallery, and in the gallery I am going to see that this option is on and you are seeing the albums. I am going to right click and I am going to add a new still album. It is called as stills 2. Why I am adding this column is, now whatever image I am going to grab, I am not going to use it permanently. This is only for reference. So, I am not going to place it inside my Satvik looks album. I will create a new stills 2 album, and in this I will select this clip, right click and choose grab still. So, automatically you saw the still. I will click here and give it the name as reference. Okay. So, right now this does not have any color grading information because we haven't done any color grading for this clip. Once I have my reference, I will come to this clip, that is the 6th clip here. This is the image that I am supposed to make the change, and with this image selected, I will come to my gallery and double click on the reference. So, when I double click on the reference, you can now immediately see how our window changed. On the left hand side, you have my destination clip, and on the right hand side, I have my reference clip, and also you have one option seen over here which is going to split it like this. Okay, you are seeing this option, image wipe. Okay. So, if I enable this image wipe, you can see, if I click on it, it goes away. If I click it again, you can see this. Now, in this image wipe, you have various options here. So, this is horizontal image wipe. So, I can click here in the center and drag it and choose the right point of reference for my comparison. This is to wipe it horizontally like this, and this is, it will wipe it diagonally like this, and apart from that you have blocks like this, Venetian blind, square. So, you can use any of these options, but right now I am going to, you have A, B, you have that is negative, then you have full view. I am going to use this option, that is the horizontal wipe option. So, with this option selected, the next thing I am going to do is I am going to come to the scope, and for this image I am going to change my scope from waveform to parade. So, when I change it to parade, now the thing is this is similar to waveform, but only thing is this waveform is a luminance waveform. You have one waveform starting from left to right, but when I choose parade, this entire waveform is divided into 3 sections, and this represents red left to right, this represents green left to right, and this represents blue left to right. So, if say for example, I select the first clip to see how this referencing, I will select the second clip. So, this is how it looks when I use the parade. And now I will come back to my 6th clip here, and now using this as the reference, I am now going to do the grading. Now, here as I move the center point like this, in the oscilloscope, that is in the parade scope, you can see how the in between line is moving, and when it is moving, you can see now that as I move it, the green channel is almost perfect. But if you see the blue channel, you can see my image which is on the left hand side has greater level of blue compared to the reference image. So, here I have to reduce the blue, and if you see the red channel now, and in the red channel you can see the red is slightly down here. I have to slightly increase the red. Okay, I think you are following. See here red is slightly less and here blue is too high. How are we going to adjust it? We are going to use our curves. So, I will come back to curves here. So, you can see the curves panel. So, what I will do is I will temporarily expand even the curves panel, and I am going to bring this curve panel. So, I will drag it and bring it down here. I will place it here, and I will place my this parade over here and curve over here, and now I am going to disable this link and select only the red channel, and in red channel you can see I have to slightly increase this level. So, how I am going to increase the level? The increase in the level should happen at the highlight area, not at the bottom. I am going to adjust it here. So, in the highlight area, if I drag it slightly to the left, you can see it is moving. I will slightly match it to this parade. See, now this is matching. I have slightly moved the red, that is the curve here. Now, the next matching I want to do is the red is perfectly matched. I am now going to disable this red and select the blue channel. Now, in blue I have to reduce this level. So, to reduce this level, I am going to drag this slightly down, and as I drag, you have to match it with this line. See, now this is matching with this line. Okay, so this matching is done. So, now if I come over here to the screen, and if I again enable this, okay, and enable this, and if I drag it and see it, see, you have to click once and enable it, or otherwise you will be in the mode of that ink filler. You should not be seeing the ink filler. Okay. So, in this mode, if I drag it, you can see almost the ground, everything is almost matched. But the only difference I have is, if you see the green channel, you can see the green is slightly very much down in this clip. It has gone down a little. I want to slightly decrease the green color. So, for this I will enable the green channel, and in the green channel I will select this track and slightly move it. See, I will slightly move this green channel slightly to the other side, a little like this. Okay. So, now you can see the clip is almost matched perfectly. You can see the clip is perfectly matched. Now, so now this matching is almost perfect, and if required I can switch off this image wipe. Now we are seeing the full image, and I will also close this curve and this scopes, and if I press the down arrow and up arrow, I can just compare it. I can even press Ctrl F to go full screen. Now press down arrow and up arrow and compare the two shots. Okay. Now again I will press Ctrl F and I will come back to my scene. So this matching has happened perfectly fine. See, this matching, this is the node, and I am going to right click and I am going to name this as node as match. I will give it the name as match. Now the next thing is, for these two, apart from this matching, I want to create some looks. I want to create a creative grading now. I have to create a look. So for this, keeping this 6 clip selected, I will right click here and add a new node, add serial, or press Alt plus S, and I am going to name this as, the look I am going to add is contrast. I am going to add a little bit of contrast, and adding this, now I will enable my curve. Now I will come to my curve here and bringing my curve here. Now bringing the curve here, the next thing I am going to do is, I will enable this linking, and with the linking selected, I am now going to increase the contrast level a little bit. I will also bring this scope also and this also to the full screen, and seeing the scope I am going to adjust it. In the top white area, I am going to slightly move it inside like this and increase the highlight area a little like this. I will move it till here, and then decrease here to make it, as I move it, you can see the contrast level is changing. I will move it till approximately here. Then if required, I will also make this S contrast. I will click here and drag it slightly down to make the lower midtones, darker midtones still darker, and I will click here and I will slightly make this a little brighter, so that you get this S curve. And once I see this S curve, I will press Ctrl F. So this is how the clip is looking. If I press Ctrl D, this contrast is disabled. If I again press Ctrl D, this is the final look. So I can compare this. If I press Shift D, the entire color grading is disabled. So this was the original clip, and after match and that is contrast, if I press Shift D, this was our final output. So again I will press Ctrl F and make it bring it to its original position. Okay, this contrast level is fine. Now I will close this curve and I will close this parrot. Now I want the same contrast node to also be added to the second clip. To this clip also I want to add this. So for this, what I am now going to do is, I am going to select my 6th clip. I am going to select this contrast, come to edit and choose copy. I will come to the next clip. I am going to select this node again. See that you have selected the node. Go to edit and choose paste. So now the same contrast has been added over here. Since those two were matched already, I can come to the previous clip, press Ctrl F, and if I play it and see it, see the two contrasts are matching perfectly. So, again I will press Ctrl F. So, this way we have matched these two clips and we have also applied the same contrast level to the 6th and the 7th clip. Before I end, I want to show you one more important feature here, which is called as filters. So, when we are doing color grading, right now here we have just about 9 clips and it is 8 clips, and it is very easy to do this color grading. But if you have hundreds of clips, thousands of clips, it will be very difficult for you to search and find the right clip, and this is where we are going to use the filters. You have an option here called clips. See, if you come here, you have one clips option. If I click on it, you can see the thumb line has disappeared. If I click again, it is enabled. And you also have a drop down here, and if when you click on the drop down, right now all clips is selected, and here I can select different type of clips. Say for example, I have some 20 clips and some of the clips I have not graded at all. In that case, you have an option here called as ungraded clips. So, when I click on ungraded clips, this is the only clip that has not been graded, because we only used it as a reference and we have not graded it. Here, this is going to affect only the display in the clips. See, the timeline still remains the same. There is no difference in the timeline. See, only this clip is shown, the other clips will not be shown. But if you even come to edit, there is no change. Only thing is, this is going to display only the clip that is ungraded, and I can check, and if any grading is required, I can apply it. So, right now I will again come back here and choose all clips. Now, coming back here, we are also using this to actually identify the clips for our grading. To give you an example, till now we have done only the primary grading. In our next session, we are going to do secondary grading. So, for the secondary grading, I am going to choose two clips from here. One is this pressure gauge clip, and to make me identify that this requires secondary grade, I am going to right click on it and I am going to come to flags, and I am going to add an yellow flag here. Now, similarly, I will select this last clip and then right click, come to flags, and I am going to add the same yellow tag. This will make me identify that whichever has this yellow flag, these clips require secondary grading. And apart from this, I can select multiple clips and I can apply the grade. Say for example, I select a clip. Now, if I press Ctrl and select some other clip, see, both are selected. I can click again, these three are selected. If I click again with Ctrl, it gets deselected. So, I can select a clip, and if I press Shift and make a selection, a sequence of clip will be selected. With Ctrl, I can select one by one like this, but with Shift, I have selected this. With Shift, if I click, the sequence of all these three clips are selected. Now, I can right click and choose the flag blue. So, the blue flag is applied here. So, what is the advantage of adding flags like this is, one great advantage is when you are working, you can come to this clip and you can come to flag clips and select only blue. So, now we are seeing only the blue flagged clips. Say for example, you want to do secondary grading and you want to select only the yellow flag clips. I can come here flag clips and choose yellow. Now, you can see only the yellow flag. So, here I can come here, come to flag clips, and in flag clips select only the yellow flag clips. I can select only the yellow flag clips. So, this is how we can make use of this filters. Okay, now finally I will come back to clips here and I will choose all clips, and finally let us go to file and choose save. So, with this I am going to conclude this session. In this session we learnt about how to automatically match clips using the built-in Davinci Resolve intelligent tool, or how to automatically match it and do some minor correction, how to manually match it when you are matching it, how to use a reference image, and also about filters. So, in our next session we are going to discuss about secondary color grading. Thank you.